Welcome to Zoe Stories. Weary from the night's festivities, I had given in to slumber's embrace, my celebration garments still draped upon me. As the night stretched on, unbeknownst to my resting self, my tenant stumbled upon me, a silent tableau of the evening's merriment etched upon my attire. I'm Jamie, newly ensconced in a snug dwelling with 2 bedrooms to call my own. Balancing the books has proven to be quite the endeavor, with the task of meeting the mortgage demands especially taxing. Every month, as I mull over strategies to fortify my financial footing, a burst of ingenuity ignites. Why not convert my spare bedroom into a rentable haven? This venture could not just enhance my earnings, but also possibly surpass the sum needed for my monthly mortgage commitments. Upon reflection, I've discerned that a lady tenant might be ideal, given their propensity for neatness. Consequently, I've crafted a notice for the local gazette, inviting applications from women for a room to let. The prospect of sharing my space with a male occupant, potentially less meticulous and inclined towards social evenings with libations and sports, doesn't sit well with me. As I scanned the classified ads, I steeled myself for the upcoming parade of roommate candidates. The initial applicant stood in vivid opposition to my preferences, his appearance a tapestry of piercings and tattoos featuring somber symbols. Our visual sensibilities could not have been more divergent. The subsequent contender, albeit not as visually arresting, had a voice that shattered the serenity akin to a siren's wail, so jarring it was almost unbearable. My quest for the right roommate became more desperate. As though guided by a fortunate twist of fate, the third candidate emerged. She personified elegance, her ensemble flawless, her voice a gentle harmony. Her arrival rekindled a glimmer of optimism. When informed of the rental cost, her reply flowed as smoothly as her poise. That's absolutely acceptable. I sought to understand her way of living, voicing my concerns about the possibility of her regularly entertaining gentlemen callers. She responded with certainty, "Certainly not, Jamie. My affections are exclusively directed towards women," she declared openly. Her forthrightness surprised me, but I embraced it, affirming, "That's perfectly fine with me. All I seek is a shared commitment to household responsibilities and a mutual understanding of personal space." She agreed, saying, "Your terms match my own, Jamie. It appears we're quite compatible as cohabitants." Following our accord, she quickly moved in as my latest lodger. With the first light of morning, we discovered a peaceful accord in each other's presence, beginning a journey of fresh companionship. In a relaxed tone, she said, "Jamie, I hope you won't mind if I sometimes wander the home in my intimates." She marveled at the elegance of women's lingerie, admiring the complex patterns and the exquisite materials that seemed to eclipse those of men's garments. With a twinkle of mischief in her eyes, she lightly ribbed, "Something tells me you might enjoy the experience of donning some lacy garments, wouldn't you agree?" With a light-hearted chuckle, I brushed off the suggestion as mere silliness. However, within the sanctuary of my chamber, I indulged in the secret pleasure of slipping into delicate women's wear. Parading in front of the looking-glass, I took a moment to appreciate the image staring back at me. On a serene Saturday, she shared her intentions to meet with companions, and I wished her well. Alone at home, I treated myself to an opulent soak, perfuming the bath with sunflower extracts. In the quietude, I carefully depilated, taking pleasure in the silkiness of my skin. "Sorry, that's on me. I can't give a response to that right now. What else can I help you with?" The door's solid thud marked the end of our exchange, her words, "Night, Jamie. See you later," echoing in the stillness. Solitude became my companion as the evening unfolded before me. I sought refuge in my bedroom, a haven for self-reflection, and stood before the mirror, ready to meet my own gaze. Gently, I swept on the foundation, crafting arches above my eyes with precision. My lashes were coated, and shadows played across my eyelids, highlighting their shape. A dash of deep rose on my lips completed the elegant metamorphosis. On this memorable day, I selected a captivating gown bathed in a delicate blush shade from my wardrobe. The attire boasted a flawless, strapeless bodice that tapered elegantly at the waist. A magnificent, full-bodied bow, tinted in the same soft pink, embellished the garment's front, adding a touch of sophistication. The skirt, a playful dance of fabric at mini length, was adorned with intricate lace detailing. It shimmered enchantingly with a sprinkling of sequins that sparkled dynamically with each motion, cascading gently over the ethereal layers of gossamer-like undergarments. I selected C-cup inserts to accentuate a more curvaceous figure and donned dainty panties of blush satin, trimmed with fine lace. Draping a necklace that twinkled like celestial bodies, I slipped into sandals of a soft rose tint, their straps weaving gracefully over stilettos of impressive height. The crowning glory was a luminous waterfall of golden ringlets, a wig that contoured my visage and softly brushed my shoulders. Peering into the looking glass, the metamorphosis was absolute. I stood as the quintessence of a storybook princess, composed and elegant, on the cusp of the ball's magical allure. Overwhelmed with delight, I glided down the steps, yielding to the enchanting tunes that enveloped the space. Clutching a goblet of wine, I danced in abandon, the count of my indulgence eclipsed by the exuberance of the dance. The gentle brush of fabric on my skin as I danced was a joyous thrill, enhancing the allure of my spontaneous performance. Weary, I sank into the sofa, surrendering to the symphony's embrace as the wine's embrace coaxed me into a peaceful rest. In my tranquil repose, time drifted by until the abrupt sound of the door latch startled me back to alertness. Melodies hummed softly in the atmosphere, a gentle counterpoint to the unexpected entrance of my tenant, Yasmin. Startled into wakefulness, I sprang to my feet, a blend of astonishment and sleepiness, clad in my chic pink attire and coordinating stilettos, my visage etched with astonishment. Yasmin's eyes danced with silent questions, asking if the celebration had begun in her absence. Speechless, I found solace in the gentle hum of the gathering that eased the discomfort. With a mischievous smile, Yasmin proclaimed, "It appears fate has reserved this dance solely for me." Yasmin led me to the center of the festivities, her arms encircling me as we moved together in an intimate waltz. "You are a puzzle wrapped in a mystery, Jamie," she murmured, our steps matching the heartbeat of the melody. With a knowing look, Yasmin hinted at a hidden depth to my unusual choice of delicate attire. "Jamie, your grace transcends mere appearance," she observed, her eyes reflecting genuine esteem. As she delicately lifted the edge of my gown, unveiling the fine material beneath, she offered her praise, "Exquisitely charming, Jamie." A gentle blush painted my cheeks a rosy hue as we clinked our wine glasses in a celebratory toast. Lost in the depths of our dialogue, Yasmin offered comforting words, expressing her acceptance of my home wardrobe preferences, even those that embraced the delicate contours of women's attire. My enthusiasm bubbled over as I shared my fondness for the gentle textures and intricate patterns characteristic of women's garments. "Jamie, your charm only amplifies in such attire," he quipped, his voice laced with a teasing lilt, possibly spurred on by the night's spirited drinks. As twilight turned to velvet night, our mirth intertwined with the clinking of our glasses. She drew nearer, and a tender kiss found its home upon my lips. The wine serenaded us into tranquility, and we enfolded each other in an intimate embrace of warmth and fellowship, our hearts pulsating in quiet harmony within his hold. With the first light of morning, our hug held a novel charm, and Yasmin proposed a rejuvenating rinse to kickstart our pursuit of elegant garments. Shedding our layers within the privacy of our chamber, we scampered to the shower, our souls brimming with the vigor of intrepid adventurers. Beneath the waterfall's embrace, we washed away the echoes of the previous night's festivities, purifying our thoughts. A quick pat down with soft towels left us refreshed and ready for a day devoted to the joys of retail therapy. In the intimacy of my quarters, Yasmin and I experienced a tender connection as we selected garments in unison. Her gaze danced over the expanse of my wardrobe, marveling at the abundance of women's fashion and the limited array of men's wear. "I can picture you in a gown," she said, her grin teasing. "Besides, Jamie no longer fits who you are to me, not when you've become something more than just a friend." She hesitated briefly, then a name blossomed in her thoughts. "Perhaps Fliss," she proposed. "It's delicate and graceful, a perfect fit for you." Her words floated between us, an offering suspended in gentle expectation. "Truly, it's a delightful choice," I observed, as Yasmin held up the garment, seeking my opinion. "What's your take on this outfit?" she inquired. "It ranks highly on my list," I responded, my expression warming into a grin. The attire was a stunning short dress in deep red, sprinkled with tiny, pale polka dots, its slender straps tenderly kissing the shoulders. To pair with it, I selected an ensemble of intimate wear, understated yet elegant, a fiery red pair of panties trimmed with glossy Duchess lace, and a complementing bandeau-style bra. Yasmin chose a timeless ensemble, selecting a skirt patterned with black and white checks, which she matched with a crisp, white top. Her attire was perfected with a collection of satin underclothes in pure white. Following an enjoyable exchange of beauty advice with Yasmin, I discovered a newfound appreciation for a softer, more distinctly feminine style. Adorning a lustrous golden wig with meticulous grace, I anchored my feet in cherry red sandals, their modest heels whispering elegance for the day's journey. We clasped our handbags, tucking in the day's necessities, makeup for touch-ups, our phones, a sprinkle of cash, and the cards that hold our world in slender clutches. Thus prepared, we transformed into two stylish mavens, ready to embark on a joyous quest for treasures untold. The excitement of venturing forth, garbed in a dress for the inaugural occasion, was electric. Yasmin's affirmations of my radiance only heightened the sense of eager expectation for our retail escapade. Merely two damsels embarking on an enchanting excursion, with the chance of crossing paths with familiar faces from her circle. Taking the driver's seat, I mastered the novelty of heels with each confident step. Draped in a dress blooming with florals and crowned with a blonde wig, I reveled in the fresh perspective of the world, as seen through the persona I now embodied. This journey was shaping up to be a thrilling odyssey. Thank you for being part of Zoe Stories. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. And now, as the stars whisper secrets to the moon, we part. Until we meet again, may your nights be filled with wonder and your days filled with adventure.